Well, we're now going to look at Tuchel, the tactician, and whether he can take England to the next level and finally win a trophy for the men's team. So, you've been looking, Jamie, at his...
It's a good tongue twister, isn't it? Tuchel, the tactician.
Tuchel, the tactician,
You
tactical
did very well.
style of play. Thank you very much. Now, he's got a bit of a rep as quite a defensive coach, which is something he's rejected. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I personally think that's a bit of an unfair reputation. I think he's a very adaptable coach. I mean, we'll look at this in more detail a little bit later on, but he is very good at moulding his tactics to suit the opposition that they're playing and the players he has at his disposal. He's big on data. He's spoken a lot about how he looks at expected goals, to how to mould his tactics. The question, I suppose, Peter, is can he take England to the next level? And this might give you some insight into how his teams have played since August 2016 compared to England under Southgate. So look, they're much of a muchness in a lot of these areas, but still Tuchel out on top. So his teams complete more successful passes. They take more touches in the opposition box. They take more shots per game. They have more shots on target per game as well. And you can caveat that with, obviously Thomas Tuchel will be playing some fairly lowly sides in the Bundesliga. Gareth Southgate tends to come up against bigger sides in major tournaments. But Gareth Southgate is also coming up against the likes of San Marino and Malta and Andorra and teams like that. So it all sort of levels itself out. In terms of the Premier League, he's defensively, you said he's got a reputation as a defensive coach. Well, his defensive record is pretty impressive because only 4 managers have conceded fewer goals per game than Thomas Tuchel. And look at the names on that list: Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Roberto Mancini and Pep Guardiola. The only 4 managers who've conceded fewer goals per game than Thomas Tuchel. So certainly that is pretty impressive, and that is, you would have to say, England's one area of concern at the moment. Defensively, they've got so much talent going forward, but what does he do to shore them up at the back?
Fair point. That's very interesting indeed. And of course, he worked with Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. I mean, pretty fair to say that was a good partnership, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And the stick that is always used to beat Harry Kane with is that he's never won a major trophy. And obviously, they didn't win the Bundesliga last season, but it took an unprecedented, invincible season from Bayer Leverkusen to deny Thomas Tuchel and Harry Kane last season. And his record under Thomas Tuchel was pretty impressive. This is Harry Kane's record against under Thomas Tuchel last season. More goals per 90 than Kane has managed under Southgate. More involvements per 90 as well under Thomas Tuchel. Fewer minutes per goal under Thomas Tuchel last season. Shot conversion, the one area where Kane has performed better under Gareth Southgate, but much of a muchness. Exactly.
Awesome. I mean, Kane's record.
His record
awesome,
under both is incredible.
Unreal.
And as I said, yes, you could say, oh, well, Kane's filling his boots against the likes of Bochum and Augsburg or whatever, but he's also scored a lot of goals against San Marino and Malta down
No offence
the
to
years
any
as well.
Bochum or Augsburg.
Yeah, exactly. Or indeed San Marinans or Maltans watching as well.
Yes.
But yeah, look, it is impressive. I think Harry Kane would probably welcome this appointment. There are other players who've played under Thomas Tuchel as well that would be looking to get into England's squad, the likes of Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, perhaps looking to get back into an England squad at some point. And he was, hugely impressive under Thomas Tuchel when Chelsea won the Champions League, of course. So we'll be looking, as I said, into how he develops his tactics and how he uses the players at his disposal a little bit later on. But we've been running a poll online and we've asked you if you think Tuchel is the right manager for England. It's pretty split at the moment. 54% of you think he is, 46% of you don't think he is. So opinion is split. But as always, there's one way that he'll be able to convince people, and that's by winning some games.
Absolutely. I'm behind it. I like it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm going to go and vote on that poll now, I think.
Good man.
Jamie, thank you very much.